Okay, so it's got one of the silliest names in automotive history, but the Skoda Yeti is no laughing matter because it's one of the cleverest and most practical small cars you can get. For starters, it's got a really big, useful boot. It's a nice square shape, and if you look down here, you'll notice there's hardly any lip for you to have to hoik things over. There's some handy hooks too for you to hang your shopping bags off, and if you need more space, you can always fold the seat backs down. If you notice, they lie almost completely flat, but you can also tumble them forward for more room and even remove them entirely. I mean, look at this. You do have to watch yourself though, because those seats are a bit heavy. As for comfort for rear passengers, well, look, you can fold this chair down individually, use it as an armrest. Also, you can recline the seats, there you go, and slide them forwards or backwards, and as you can see, I've got loads of knee room and even more headroom. Plus, because the doors open nice and wide, it's very easy to get in and out of the back. There's plenty of practicality here in the front too. I mean, as well as the usual glove box, we've got a handy cubby up here on the dash, somewhere to store your phone down here, a couple of cup holders, a little storage space in there with an auxiliary in socket for the stereo. And the side door bins are large enough to hold big bottles. As for quality, well, as Skoda is part of the VW group, everything feels very solidly put together. The layout of all the controls is nice and logical, everything's close to hand, and it doesn't matter if you're big or small, there's loads of adjustment in the driving position. You can alter the seat for height, of course, and the reach and rake of the steering wheel. Safety kit, you get front, side and curtain airbags, and all but the base model get a driver's knee airbag too. The Yeti is really easy to drive in town. The slightly raised driving position and big glass area give you great all-round visibility, and the squared off body means it's easy to park. And of course, don't forget the jacked up suspension means that it deals very easily with speed humps.
And if you plan to venture further afield than the urban jungle, you can get the Yeti with four-wheel drive.
Do you know what? Unless you're into some hardcore green laning, really, this car can deal with all the off-roading you're ever really going to need to do.
However, regardless of whether you go for the 2 or 4-wheel drive model, the Skoda impresses on a twisty back route.
Back on the road, you might think that the Yeti struggles in corners, but it doesn't at all. It actually handles really, really well. And the steering's sharp too, and all this means it's actually pretty good fun to drive. I mean, if I do have a complaint, it's that the ride can get a bit jiggly on rough surfaces, and at higher speeds you get a bit of wind noise from the large wing mirrors and the bluff sides. Also, while I'm having a moan, I'll complain about the fact that ESP isn't standard across the entire range, which is a bit mean. And finally, the quirky design might not be to everybody's taste, but personally I like it, and overall I think the Yeti is a truly brilliant car. I mean, it's got plenty of personality to match its impressive capability.